Dear students, hope you are all well. So today we will begin with a chapter in EVS part 1. The name of the chapter is Food and Nutrition. So we will learn about the food and nutrition we get from the food. Yes, you know that food is our basic need, right? We have food in the morning, in the noon, and also in the evening because without food we can't live. It's a basic need. Let's move forward. Students, we know that food is a basic need like water and shelter, right? But what it does and how it helps our body, we will see that. Here, there is one question. Why do we need food? Okay, the answer for this is we need food to get energy. The first point says we need food to get energy. Isn't it? Food gives us energy. When we eat food, we get energy. Then the second point says we need food to grow bigger. Yes, our height increases when we have food. Then the third point says we need food to grow strong, right? We become strong when we eat sufficient and nutritious food. Then the last point says we need food to keep us healthy, right? Yes, our food makes us healthy. See, look at this picture. The children are running here, playing. Why? Because they have energy. They are strong and they are healthy. Right? Students, what do you think? The same food gives us all this? That means daily if we eat chapatis, then we get energy, we get proteins, we become strong, we become healthy. What do you think? No, we have to consume or we have to eat different types of food. Like in the previous lesson, we learnt about the variety in food. That means different kinds of food. Isn't it? Yes, we have to consume different types of food so that our body gets different constituents whichever the body needs to grow, to get energy, to become strong, and to stay healthy. So, what are the four important points? To get energy, to grow bigger, to grow strong, and to get healthy. Let's move forward. Next is what is meant by diet. Yes, you are familiar with the word diet. That means you must have heard this word diet somewhere, right? Yes, we always hear that she is dieting or he is dieting. Why? To maintain the body or to maintain their weight. That is not the correct meaning or that is not the right meaning, students. The real meaning is diet is the sum of food consumed by a person. That means eaten by a person. The right meaning is diet is the sum of food consumed by a person. For this, whatever we eat daily, that means whatever we eat every day, that is called a diet. It includes different cereals, grains, pulses, and different types of vegetables, fruits, spices, right? And non-vegetarian, they eat different meats, eggs, etc. Okay? So these all together make a diet. Now your mother prepares different dishes, right? She mixes different types of food in that. That means she gives us vegetable, then she makes some spices in that, okay, to make a dish. In the same way, all together makes a diet. In diet also, some we eat more and some we eat less, like we will see here in the next slide. Now what is this? Yes, this is a meal plate. You can see here rotis, rice in more quantity. Why we eat rotis and rice in more quantity? Can you see dal is also there? Then there are chutneys, salads, curd, right? You see different dishes. So what is this? This is our daily meal. Let's move forward. Now next is, what are the reasons for variations in diet? Yes, students, variation means difference and diet means what food we consume or what we eat. That is called as a diet. What are the reasons for the variation in diet? Means different person, their diet is different. Why? What is the reason behind? Yes, we will see that. The first one is age. Now see students, one child is there and then his father. Who eats more here? Yes, the father eats more, right? Why? It's according to the age, our appetite is. It decides how much we consume the food. So age is the one reason. Then the second is gender. Now, yes, males, they consume more food compared to females generally. Okay? If suppose you are a boy and your sister is there, you eat two chapatis and she eats less. That means you eat two chapatis, she might eat one chapati. So she eats less compared to your food. Okay? Then the third one is growth. Yes. Now growing children needs more food compared to the old age people. For example, you eat more food. Your parents might be eating less. Your grandparents are eating less. Why? Because you're a growing child. You are growing. So here also we can see the variation in the diet. Next is disease. Yes, person with a disease, they eat less and they eat specific dishes. For example, we will take a person suffering from diabetes. Now if a person has diabetes, he eats less sweet dishes. Okay, he avoids eating sweet dishes, right? Why? Because it will affect his body. His body is not familiar with sweet dishes. Okay, so disease is one of the reasons for variation in diet. If, for example, one more example, if a person has allergic to that food, then that also there they have variation in their diet. They don't eat that food which they are allergic to. Okay. Next is genetic makeup. Now genetic makeup means some family eat more and the other family eats less. Why? It means it's from a genetic. We get it from our parents, from hereditary. Okay. So the appetite depends on the hereditary. Appetite means to eat or having food. Okay. Next is climate and region. Yes, students, about this we have learned in the earlier lesson. According to the climate, we get foodstuffs. Okay, right? For example, in the Konkan region, the people they eat over there mostly rice and coconuts. They use more rice and coconuts compared to the central region. People like that, it depends upon the climate and the region also decides about our food. For example, do you get mangoes in the month of September? No, you don't get it in the month of September. Why? Because it depends on the climate and the region. Next is poverty. Yes, here you can say, like, suppose some people they want to eat dry fruits. You know what are dry fruits? Cashews, almonds, okay? They are called as dry fruits. Or they want to buy dry fruits. But because of poverty, okay, because they are poor. Poverty means they are poor. And the prices of dry fruits are higher. So they can't afford to buy it, right? So this is also one reason for the variation in diet. Let's move forward. Next is, can you tell? Okay, it's an activity. Okay, Please observe this carefully, and I need the answers from you. And I'm sure that you know the answers. Just look at the pictures now. This is rice. Then is usul, chapatis. Then the next is pickle, dal, salad. And the last one is tomato sauce. Okay. Now while serving, these are all the dishes. Okay. So your mother is going to serve you all these dishes. You are ready to get your meal. Now tell me, I will show you two types of spoon. Okay. Look at this. This is the first type and this is the second type. Now the first type, which is the black spoon, is a bigger spoon. And the one in silver, that's a smaller spoon. Okay. Students, now tell me which spoon she will use to serve rice. Okay, we will make two columns. Can you see two columns over there? Yes. You have to tell me which spoon she will use to serve each dish. Okay, the first column is items which are eaten in larger quantity. And the second one is items which are eaten in small quantity. Now small quantity, she will use which spoon? Small spoon, right. Okay, and for the large quantity, she will use a bigger spoon, that is a black spoon. Okay, now are you ready to answer? Yes. Okay, first we will take rice. Now where will the rice go? In which column? First or the second? Right, she will use a bigger spoon, isn't it? So the rice will go in the first column. That is items which are eaten in larger quantity. Means we eat rice in large quantity. Now, not that much rice as but we eat in large quantity. Then the next one is, now we eat rice, also we eat usul. Now that usul will also come in larger quantity, right? Yes. Then the next is chapatis. Now we eat chapati, so chapati will come in also large quantity. Now then the next is pickles. Yes, we eat pickles in smaller quantity. Do you eat pickle lot as come how you eat rice? No. So it will come in smaller quantities. Means mother will use which spoon? She will use a smaller spoon to serve it. Isn't it? Then comes dal. Dal we will put in which column? We will put in the larger quantity. Why? When you take rice, you put on top of that dal. So it will come in larger quantity. Then next is salad. Salad will come in the smaller quantity. Okay. You take it less, na? And what about the sauce? Sauce we will use smaller spoon. Okay. And here we will use, and here we'll use a smaller spoon. So sauce will come under smaller quantity. Okay, means students, daily in the meal we eat different types of dishes and our mother prepares different dishes. So this bigger spoon will come in the larger quantity and the smaller spoon will come under smaller quantity. Okay, so this is the way a mother prepares different types of dishes, but she serves some in larger quantity and she serves some dishes in smaller quantity, right? Why is that so? We will see. Students, next is we eat wheat, jawar, rice are said to be our staple foods because we eat more of these food. Okay, we eat all these more. We eat more of these food and then of the others. Just now we saw we eat rice more, we eat chapatis and we eat bhakris. Right? When we make chapatis, when our mother prepares chapatis, students, then we eat more in quantity. That is daily in the morning we eat, sometimes we eat in the night. Okay? And it means in the evening because this is our staple food. Each region has its own staple food. In India, mostly our staple food is rice. Yes, India mostly our staple food is rice or roti. Maybe it is of wheat or jawar or bajra, but we eat mostly rice. So our staple food is rice. Let's move forwards. Now, students, you have seen what a wide variety is there in our food stuff. That means we have so many different kinds of dishes and we have lots of variety, right? We use different foodstuffs for different purposes. Means our body needs different types of foodstuff to fulfill its purpose. Now, see here, some constituents given some constituents give our food the energy it needs. Okay. In the first slide, we saw that our body gets energy from the food. From where do we get energy? From the food, right? Now, which all are the different foodstuffs that gives us energy? They are rice, rotis, these all are called as starchy foods. We get starch from that. Now we will see here that rice, chapatis and bhakri, they give us energy which is needed for our body. So we have to consume these types of food more to get energy. We need to eat mostly these types of food, that is rice, chapatis, bhakri. Why? To get energy. Let's move forward. Next is some constituents helps a body to grow. Students, for example, if your height is around 4 feet now, okay, at present, within 2 to 3 years, you will reach up to 6 feet nearly, okay, for example, that is, right? It means your body is growing and your body needs some of the constituents which helps for your growth. Now, what all those things you need? We will see that. They are pulses, that are different types of pulses. Okay. Then is milk. Then is dry fruits. Then eggs, chicken and fishes. So they have the constituents which help our body to grow. So you have to consume all these daily because you are growing and you are in a stage of growing. You are growing, right? So you are in a stage of growing. So you need to eat all these things. Let's move forward. Next is some constituents helps to nourish our body. Okay. Here you can see oil, butter, ghee and coconut. Now these all help to nourish, means these are all from where you get fats. Okay, they give extra energy. This also is a very important factor. So we have to consume this also. You can eat it in smaller quantities, but you have to eat it. Okay. Next is some constituents makes our bone strong and some gives ability to fight against diseases. Now see, these all different types of fruits and different types of vegetables. They give our body the vitamins and minerals. It increases our immunity power. You know the word immunity. Now you must have mostly heard about this word immunity because of the corona virus. Doctor says if your immunity is good, then you will be able to fight the virus. So immunity is nothing but ability to fight different kinds of diseases. When you eat different types of fruits, seasonal fruits and all different types of vegetables, because these help your body to fight diseases and they also help to make your bones strong. They give us calcium which is needed for our bones. You need calcium for your bones to become strong. Next is our body needs, this is the most important thing, our body needs plenty of water to function smoothly. See students, We eat in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, right? And our body needs water too. It needs water to digest all these food we eat, and also it helps to keep our body clean. So you must drink water, lots of water you should drink. We have to consume, or we have to drink water properly, and in more quantity you have to drink it, okay? And that should be a pure and potable water, okay? Clean water. Let's move forward. Okay, students, here is one more activity. Now look at the foodstuffs in the box. Okay, and there are some questions and you need to answer. See in the chart, we can see different fruits, cereals, vegetables. You can see eggs, okay, milk, pepper, cloves, etc. Means we can see variety in foodstuffs. Okay. Now we will go through the questions one by one and we will find out the answers from this box. First question is, from which ones do we get flour? Okay. Just now we studied about chapatis, rotis, bhakris, right? So we need flour for that. Okay. The answer from, so from where do we get flour from? You just look at the chart. The answer is jawar, bajra. Okay, so jawar and bajra we used to make, we make with flour to get chapatis. Okay, to make chapatis. Isn't it? Then the second question is, from what do we get butter, ghee and yogurt? Yes, we get butter, ghee and yogurt from milk, right? Can you see milk? We get from that, isn't it? Then the next question is, from which ones do we get oil? Now we get oil from where? Just look in the chart and tell me from which all things we get oil. The answer is yes. Groundnuts, sesame and safflower. These are all called oil seeds. Okay. Then fourth question. Which of these do we get from the animals? Which of these foodstuff do we get from the animals? Now this is a very easy question. We get it from chicken. We get chicken and then eggs from the animals. Here we have only two foodstuffs, okay, that we get from the animals. And then the fifth question is, which one gives sweet, sour, bitter taste or spicy hot taste? Now which all foodstuffs from here gives you all these taste? Yes, see cloves, okay, cloves, then chili, it gives you a hot taste, then gives us a spicy taste, then pepper, lemon gives us sour taste, tamarind also gives us sour taste, isn't it? Raw mango also gives us sour taste, and bitter gourd we get bitter taste, okay. Now, students, to get sour taste in our food, we use lemon, right? We put lemon, no? We put lemon in some of the dishes. Then we use tamarind. Tamarind also we use in some of the dishes. Then we use raw mangoes, okay, to get a sour taste. Isn't it? Then the next question is, which ones do we get which ones do we eat raw? Which ones of these foodstuff over here we eat raw? We eat chickus raw, then raw mangoes, we eat cucumbers, radish, right? These all we eat raw. Next is, which ones do we use in small quantities? Okay. Now, which of our foodstuffs from here we use in smaller quantity? We use all spices. Okay. Can you see spices over there? Cloves. Okay. Then black pepper. These all we use in smaller quantities. And tamarind, lemon also we use in smaller quantities. That's just for the taste. Then the next one is, which ones are used in larger quantities? Which things do you use in larger quantities? Yes, you know which we use in larger quantities. Yes, we use bajra, jawar in larger quantities. Why we need to make chapatis, right? Rotis, so we use that in larger quantities, isn't it? And because they are a staple food, we eat in larger quantities, they are called as a staple food. Let's move forward. Now, students, from the chart we went through that we get butter, ghee, yogurt, etc. from where? From milk, right? We will see the procedure of it. Okay, how to make ghee, we'll see the procedure of it. Milk. Now, I have taken milk here. Okay, I will curdle this milk. Curdling means I am adding first, I will warm this milk. Then I will add 1 or 2 spoons of buttermilk or curd. Okay, I will add 1 or 2 spoons of buttermilk or curd to this. And I will keep it as it is for 5 to 6 hours. Then fermentation goes through it. In that milk, and we get the thick curd. Okay, we get a thick curd. Means the first stage is curd. Okay, now we have to churn the curd. That means we have to churn the curd. After churning, what do we get? Butter. And we clean that butter with water, and after that we boil it. Okay, after that we clean that, and after that we boil it. Then what we will get? We will get ghee. Okay, let's move forward. Next, students, we eat rotis or chapatis daily in the meal, right? But to make rotis, chapatis, what do we need? We need flour that we get from jawar, bajra to make bakris from the help of these filaments. These are called as filaments. We put the grains in the rectangular box. Can you see a rectangular box on top? Yes, we put the grains in the rectangular box, and with the help of the electricity, we grind these grains, and we get flours from this mills. In the olden days, that means in the olden times, they used to make flour like that. Okay, they used to use this thing to make flours. In the olden days, they used to make this flour by this stone. That is a stone. And nowadays we get like that mills. Okay, we keep this in our house. So whenever we want to make flour, we make through this. This is nowadays instrument. Okay, let's move forward. Students, what is this? What is this picture of? These are sugar canes, right? Students, do you know from where do we get sugar and jaggery? Do you know from where do we get sugar and jaggery? Yes, they are made from sugar canes. Okay. Now here we will see the procedure. That is how we get sugar from the sugar cane in this chart. Look at this chart. Now look at the first. Can you see sugar canes in the chart? Okay. These are sugar cane. First, the juice is taken out. Can you see a juice extraction machine where the juice is taken out? Then from the sugarcane. This is the first step. Then the juice is boiled. Look at the third picture. That is, it evaporates. Evaporation is done. Okay. And then it is centrifuged. Centrifuged means here the crystals are separated. You know, small, small crystals, we get a sugar. Then the crystals are separated. And then we get sugar. Can you see it's written over there? Refined sugar. And then this sugar is used for what? For what do we use this sugar? To make sugar products like chocolates, candies, soft drinks, etc. Okay, so we get sugar and jaggery from the sugarcane. Okay, let's move forward. Now this is the most important. That is, junk food is harmful for our body. Students, I will show you some of the junk food which you like, which you mostly like more. But one thing you should remember, these all junk foods are very harmful for our body. See these. We eat mostly French fries, pizza, burger, donuts, hot dogs. Okay, so all these are called as junk foods, and these are very harmful for our body. Mostly 90% of the children, they like all these foods. If you like, you can eat them once in a month, but not daily. Okay, you can eat it once in a month, but not every day. Let's move forward. That's your homework. The first question is, fruit taste sweet because they contain dash. The next one is, rice, wheat, jawar, bajra are a dash foods. And the last one is, what is meant by diet. That's all for now. We will learn the next part of the lesson in the next video. Thank you for listening, children. Goodbye. Take care.